Audience for the persuasive speech. Look around you. There's probably a product in your room that you have purchased. Now think again. Would you have purchased that product if you knew it was harshly tested on animals before ending up in your hands? If there was better education regarding animal testing, more people would see that animal testing is unreliable, inhumane, and expensive. Animal testing is animal cruelty, and let me tell you why. For starters, animal testing is unreliable. Opposers to this might say, if we didn't use animals, we'd have to test on humans. But that isn't true. No matter how many animal tests that we do, there will always be the first human to try the product. Therefore, no matter what, we are still testing on humans. The Food and Drug Administration concluded through a 2014 research project that 92% of the drugs that were used successfully in animal trials failed in human trials because the animal anatomy is just too different from the human anatomy. Others might say, we need to know how a product affects a body before given to people. Well, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, also known as PETA, put it this way. If you take a healthy being from a different species and artificially induce a disease that animal wouldn't normally contract, and try to apply those results to a naturally occurring disease in a human, is dubious at best. Not to mention, all products affect people differently, so how can you assume that the product wouldn't affect animal species differently? PETA gives a couple examples of this. Penicillin kills guinea pigs but is inactive in rabbits, and morphine, which is a depressant in humans, is a stimulant in goats. As you can see, animal testing is simply unreliable and very unrelated to humans. Animal testing is animal cruelty. Secondly, since we have discussed how animal tests are unreliable, let's move on to the harsh reality. Animal testing is inhumane. There is only one law that governs the use of animals in laboratories, and that act is called the Animal Welfare Act. Through research of this act, I was able to see that the act hardly protects the animals' rights at all. In fact, it doesn't prohibit the use of animals to be burned, shocked, poisoned, isolated, starved, forcibly restrained, addicted to drugs, and brain damaged. To make matters worse, painkillers aren't even required. This law alone should prove that animal testing is animal cruelty. Now, a 2009 study done at Newcastle University researched rats and mice, and that they underwent painful, invasive surgeries, such as skull surgeries, burn experiments, and spinal surgeries, and they were only provided post-procedural medication about 20% of the time. This trial doesn't include the stress of capture, captivity, transportation, handling, confinement, and the deprivation that occurred. The survey reveals that animal testing is cruel, painful, and inhumane. Animal testing is animal cruelty. My third and last point is that animal testing is just plain expensive. Every year in the United States, animal experimentation consumes billions of dollars, including 40% of all research funds from the United States National Institution of Health. More than $1 trillion is spent on healthcare. These statistics alone should show that way too much money is spent on animal experimentation, especially for the amount of results that we really get. PETA states that while funding for animal experimentation continues to increase, the United States still currently ranks 49th in the world for life expectancy, and second worst in infant mortality in the developed world. While billions of dollars is thrown into animal testing, drug treatment centers, prenatal programs, mental health clinics, and trauma centers suffer closures due to a lack of sufficient funds. As you can see, more human lives could be saved if we focus more on educating people about lifestyle factors and utilizing our country's money where humans would benefit rather than using it on expensive animal tests. Animal testing is animal cruelty, and let's review some of the reasons why. Animal testing is unreliable, inhumane, and too expensive. After hearing my main reasons as to why I believe animal testing is animal cruelty, will you think differently next time about that product before you purchase it? We must advocate for change. Many product companies out there are taking charge and making sure their company's products are animal testing and animal cruelty free. Do your part in becoming an animal advocate by supporting companies that don't use animals while testing their products. We are the animals' voices, so let them be heard. Human trials are risky because animal trials are unreliable. It has been proven that animals are treated inhumanely in laboratories, yet our country spends billions of dollars on this. This has to stop. Remember, animal testing is animal cruelty. Thank you.